Hi, everybody. I am starting a new project and setting up a project plan for that project, and I wanted to share with you what I'm doing. So maybe you have a project that you'd like to plan along with me. Hi, everyone. This is Crystal from A Crystal Clear Life, where we focus on planning, organizing, and living a more simplified life. Today, I want to share with you my project planner that I use from time to time. This all started way back when. I used to have some file folders that I absolutely loved that looked like this, and they had a space for the project name at the top. They were closed in on the sides, so any papers or anything that you put in them could not fall out, which was great because I have always been one to clip out little pieces of paper. And they had a space for the project description, any documents that were enclosed, passports, keys, deeds, any of that kind of stuff. A little section for notes, project contacts, so name, phone, fax number, or email, and then project activity. Very simple file folder, but I love them and I use them a lot. Okay, fast forward to the digital age. And now I have been, for the last 4 or 5 years, been storing all of my projects here in OneNote. And I kind of have a basic template that I use. But what I noticed for this particular project is the contact information was missing. So I'm going to go and fix that up today for this project that I am working on. So let's get started. Okay, so here is the project planner that you have seen me use before. It has a space for the name of the project, the purpose of the project, the outcome, meaning what does done look like, and a target date for when I would like it to be completed. There's also a section over here for a little picture of maybe what done looks like. And then there's a section down here where I've added tasks, descriptions, what type or context it is, what the priority is, and when that might be due. So this is kind of a list of milestones or a list of tasks that need to be done to get this project completed. Okay. All the way at the bottom here, I have an expense tracker so that I can keep track of any money that I spend on a particular project. And again, another box for, maybe a list of materials or supplies or something like that. Okay. Now, on this other side, on this facing side to it, I simply have a graphic here that has some more design space or doodle space, and then a checklist, and then a couple of notes sections. Okay, this is simply a graphic that I got from Happy Plans, and so that's something that can be moved out of the way if I want it to be. So let's actually move it down here for now. Come on, move for me. There we go. We'll store that down there. And you also see over here that I have created for myself a space that if I wanted to do a milestone, I could put that in there, and then I could have a space to record the 4 or 5 steps that need to be done to complete that milestone. And I have a couple of those so that if a project had 3 major milestones or 4 major milestones, I simply could add those into that space as well. Let me show you what that would look like. So if we did that and move that over, we can take these 2 as well. Okay, and then that way you can break your big project down into 3 major milestones. Let's use the example of I'm getting new flooring in the main level of my house. So one of the main milestones is picking out the carpet and the flooring that I want for this level, doing my research, getting prices, all of that kind of thing. Secondly would be, decluttering and kind of packing away things, because it's almost going to be like moving, I feel like, taking breakable things off and putting them away. And then actually doing the installation. There might also be some painting involved before that carpet comes in. So there would be a lot of things for me to think about, okay? But the one thing that I did notice that was missing from my project plan was the fact that I do not have any contact information like I had on that folder that I liked so long ago. So what I wanted to do is go ahead and add that. I went through my OneNote notebook because I keep contact information in here, and I did a quick search on contacts, and I found a page that was created in 2016. Told you I've been doing this a long time. And I had a place for, the date, a contact name for somebody or what company it was, the topic that we talked about, and any notes. All right. So instead of having this great big old long page, all I want really is this one section here. Okay. So I am going to simply select this little container, and I will copy that and take it back to my project page. I can then paste that on the side, and I will have a section for contact information if I happen to need to contact somebody. Okay. Another thing that I needed that I created was this information here. So let's say, for example, I choose to buy my carpet from an independent carpet dealer, and I would like to have a place to record that person's name, their company name, address, phone number, email, website, all of that kind of thing. So I need to put that somewhere on this form as well. Let's make it a little bit narrower so maybe it will fit on this side. Okay, so there you go. So now I have contact information. Actually, you know what? I am going to move this around a little bit. And again, that is one of the fabulous things that I absolutely love about digital planning. I can move these little boxes around and create exactly the look that I am going for. Okay. So I'm going to put that up in the top corner because for this particular project, I'm going to want to put the flooring information, and then I'm going to want to put the company that I end up going with. And then I have all the descriptions. I have my milestones, and there's even a place in here for a picture. I did grab a quick picture and put it here on my March inbox page, so I can come here and cut that, and I can take it back to projects. I will paste over here on the side so that things don't get moved out of the way, and I can make that a little bit bigger so that I kind of have an idea of maybe the flooring that I'm looking at for this particular project. I'm going to move this box out of the way because I don't need that at the moment. So now I have an idea of what done looks like, and this would be a flooring option for me. And then I have my expense tracker down here. I have my milestones over here and my contact information. Now, let's say that I needed to have more contact information on a page. Well, I simply could get rid of these milestones because maybe I don't need those as much. And I can move those back over here to the side. And I can take this one, this contact page here, and I can move that up to the top. And I can make it a little bit narrower so it's kind of on the half page. And I simply could copy this over and over if I wanted. So I could copy it and come down here, hit the tab and paste, and tab and paste. And then I have an entire side where I can simply keep track of all of the contacts, when I get an estimate or when they come to, do the measuring, and then when they're coming back to install and all of that kind of thing. Okay. So I can move the things that I have here on my project page around and put them in any order that I need them. Okay. So on my project master, I tend to like to leave these other options that I have here so that if I want to put something back, I can. And if I need something else in the future, I have that. So really today is a quick short video just showing you how I like to set up project plans and adding that contact information, which often is overlooked when you look at pre-done things like this wonderful project folder, which I used for years and years, but there's really not a place for me to track when I contact somebody over and over. what I did in the past is I simply wrote it on the action lines down here until I got to the point where I realized, I could print one of these contact sheets out and just stick it inside or attach it to the back, which is what I ended up doing on some of the projects. But I like having it all in one place, and that's what OneNote allows me to do, is to keep all of that right here in one place. And I think that is absolutely great. So I'd love to know what projects you have going on in your life for the spring of 2023. I know that this is going to be a long process for me of getting this flooring done, but I do want to start thinking about it and collecting information. And I wanted to show you what my project planner looks like. And maybe you have some suggestions for me for things that I could add to my project planner. If you do, please leave me a comment below. I love hearing your suggestions and your ideas. I just want to say thanks again for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I just enjoy spending time with you. Well, if you've learned anything new from this video or gotten any ideas, please go ahead and give me a like. I would appreciate that very much. Think about subscribing if you haven't already. Remember, subscriptions are free. They don't cost you anything, but they do really help my channel out in the long run. And here's hoping that you can live a more simplified and organized life through better planning. I use OneNote for just about everything in my life. Anyway, until next time, okay, bye.